Picture this. Lewis Hamilton just landed his private jet in Paris for a single fashion show. He spent 3 hours on red carpets, then flew back to Monaco that same night. All of this just to have dinner with activists on his yacht. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen is grinding iRacing at 3 a.m. in his Monaco apartment. He's practicing tomorrow's qualifying with the same intensity he'll bring to the real track. Same sport, same championship fights, same massive paychecks. But their lives look like they're from two different planets. So who's actually living crazier? To understand Hamilton's crazy lifestyle, we need to go back to 1995. There was a quiet kid from Stevenage who rode a second-hand cart his dad could barely afford. Lewis Hamilton didn't grow up wanting fame. He grew up wanting to survive. His father, Anthony, was a bus driver who trained Lewis in their garage at night. Nothing was given. Everything was earned through pure fight. That hunger never left him. By 2007, he was winning races as a rookie. By 2013, he owned a $23 million private jet. But the more successful Hamilton became, the more visible he demanded to be. He wasn't content with just racing, he wanted to be heard everywhere. Meanwhile, across Europe, a different kind of prodigy was being built for pure speed. To understand Verstappen's obsession, we need to meet his father. Jos Verstappen was a Formula One driver. Decent, not great, but good enough to know what it took to reach the top. Jos was relentless. He didn't coddle Max. He pushed him toward one singular goal: dominance. Max grew up in sim rigs, learning racing lines before he could drive a street car. By 18, he was F1's youngest Grand Prix winner. While Hamilton was becoming visible, Verstappen was becoming invisible, disappearing into pure competition. Verstappen's obsession isn't a flaw, it's a feature. Every choice optimized for performance, every purchase designed for competitive advantage. And then came Abu Dhabi, 2021, the moment that split their lives into completely different trajectories. December 10th, 2021. Abu Dhabi. Final lap of the season, and Hamilton is leading the race. Behind him, Verstappen is hunting when suddenly a crash happens. This brings out the safety car, which leads to one big decision by the officials. They give both drivers one final lap, and Verstappen passes Hamilton to win the championship. For Hamilton, this felt like someone stole his title with unfair rules. For Verstappen, this proved that his hard work actually works. While Hamilton built a global brand, Verstappen built a winning machine. After this moment, both drivers got huge contracts worth millions. But they started spending this money in completely different ways. Hamilton's choice in 2019 would show his true beliefs. In 2019, Lewis Hamilton did something shocking. He sold his private jet. This $29 million Bombardier had been his symbol of success for years. But Hamilton had gone vegan and started talking about climate change seriously. He realized that burning thousands of tons of CO2 every year didn't match his environmental beliefs. This wasn't a small sacrifice. The jet meant freedom for the kid from Stevenage. But Hamilton chose principle over convenience, which defined his whole lifestyle going forward. He didn't stop traveling to fashion weeks and film events. He just changed how he got there through commercial flights and yachts. Meanwhile, Verstappen wasn't thinking about climate change. He was thinking about optimization. Verstappen bought his first private jet from Richard Branson for $15 million, not to show off, but for control and privacy. Then in 2025, he upgraded to a Falcon 8X with better range. This wasn't about luxury, but pure optimization for winning races. Reports claimed Verstappen installed a racing simulator in his jet. He later said the sim was going in his motorhome. But the rumor stuck because it sounded exactly like him. While optimizing jets, he was also building something else. The Mangusta yacht, Unleash the Lion, cost Verstappen $15 million. It costs almost $1 million yearly just to keep running. This yacht has a pool, salon, and speedboat space. For most rich athletes, this would be about parties and showing off. But for Verstappen, it's all about recovery between races. This yacht is his private base camp where he thinks about lap times away from media. The yearly cost is worth it because better recovery means better racing performance. While Verstappen recovers in private luxury, Hamilton was building something different. Lewis Hamilton doesn't just race cars. His money comes from his $60 million Ferrari salary, deals with Tommy Hilfiger and Puma, plus Neatburger investments. Hamilton's lifestyle is crazy because he does so many things. He wants his voice heard in fashion, films, activism, and music. His racing success gives him credibility in other industries. He walks fashion runways and speaks about racism. His Instagram shows race cars one day, high fashion the next. Most athletes stay in one lane, but Hamilton built a superhighway. This requires constant energy. Hamilton is never truly resting. Meanwhile, Verstappen built something completely different. Here's the big difference between these two champions. Hamilton built a lifestyle to be seen by everyone. Verstappen built a lifestyle to be fast on track. Hamilton asks, "How can I matter to the world?" Verstappen asks, "How can I win more races?" Hamilton's visibility is exhausting but meaningful. Every Instagram post sends a message. Meanwhile, Verstappen's obsession is lonely but pure. He doesn't care if anyone sees his yacht or jets. Hamilton makes more money but spends it broadly. Verstappen spends more efficiently for racing performance only. Both lifestyles have costs. Hamilton has talked about mental health struggles and anxiety in interviews. Being the only black driver in F1 creates huge pressure. He's admitted that being visible all the time is exhausting, and sometimes breaks him down. Verstappen hasn't talked about similar struggles publicly, but the signs are there. His obsession runs so deep that it's almost concerning. At 26, he's grinding sim races at 3 a.m. and can't have normal relationships. Both drivers have been racing since their teens. They've sacrificed normal childhoods and social development. The real cost isn't money, but time and peace of mind. Neither can truly rest. Lewis Hamilton has 7 world championships and a $300 million empire spanning fashion and films. Max Verstappen has 4 straight championships and a lifestyle built purely for winning races. If you ask Hamilton why he lives this way, he'll talk about impact and changing systems. If you ask Verstappen, he'll look confused because he only cares about winning more races. Both men are aging into different career phases. Hamilton is 40 and still trying to matter everywhere. Verstappen is 26 with decades ahead but an unsustainable obsession. The real answer isn't who's crazier, but what each man will sacrifice for greatness. Hamilton and Verstappen aren't just different. They're both completely right and totally insane. Hamilton chose to be heard everywhere. Verstappen chose to be unbeatable at racing. Which philosophy speaks to you more? Being heard everywhere or being unbeatable at one thing? Drop a comment and tell us your choice. Because the real crazy isn't the money, it's the obsession.